You see, most people know me as the evangelist for hope, because when I scope or when I speak, I deliver a message of hope, empowerment, and encouragement. And today, just like any days else, I'm on the scope just to share tools and tips in order for you, hopefully that you can get some nugget, some good about it, and to grow yourself as well as to grow your business. Before that, I want to say hello to Miriam, to Say, to Nabil, and to Ashlyn. And I also want to congratulate thank you, Say, and I want to congratulate Nabil for a semester that's with working so hard, and he has done what he set out to do, which is to be the best student and to get the best grade that he can earn, and therefore congratulations. See, today I want to talking about what motivating you. What motivating you? Let me share with you a story that what I heard a few years ago. A billionaire who is very, very rich, and he has a very, very beautiful daughter. And at one point that you know, the time that he think that his daughter should find some good, decent man to get married. So he sent out the letter out to the entire country, even outside of the country, because he wanted to invite the finest, the best man for his own daughter. And, you know, everybody come in, and there is a feast, you know, everything that's so set up, and just like as the billionaire throw the party, you know, every detail taken care of. And then he make announcement, you know, they have the polos competition, and they have the poetry, you know, all you can name it, all the competitions. At that one point, you know, everything is, you know, there he always find randomly, not just one man, you know. So at one point that he said in his swimming pool, and he said that, you know, if somebody who can swim across the pool, you know, they will have his daughter hand in marriage, and also the person will inherit the billion that he had as well. And so, you know, and then the swimming pool is full with the crocodiles and the alligators. And, you know, everybody just walk, and they just have the sibling wives, and they just taste on the hors d'oeuvre, and they just have the conversation carry on. And, you know, it seemed like nobody interested. Who want to risk their life for that? But then suddenly they hear the splash, and then he hears somebody get swimming very, very fast, very fast. And then the billionaire, he went to the end of the pool because he wanted to congratulate the young man who have the courage to jump into the pool and then to swim. He just want to say that, you know, congratulate to that gentleman, and, you know, and say that, you know, he had his blessing to marry his daughter and inherit the mansion, and, you know, the $1 billion come with it. But then the young man, you know, and people bring in the towel for him, and he dry himself up, but he catching on his breathing, he's just catching on his breath. And then when there's somebody, you know, they asking him just to say a few words, and after he catch up with his breathing, and he said, "I want to know who pushed me." You see, not so much about he want the marriage to the billionaire daughter and the $1 billion that he inherited, but somebody happened to push him into the pool full of alligators, so he had to swim. So what motivate him is, you know, to be alive, that motivating him. So he keep, you know, then that is the motivation that he have enough to really carry him through that lengthy gigantic pool to go to another end of the pool. So when I listened to that story, and I said, wow, every one of us, you, me, and every one of us, including, and then we always have something that motivating us. So the question is, what motivating you? What keep you going? Is that the vision that you have for the future of destination? You will see the faces of the people benefit from your courage or from your achievement. Or what do you see? You see the people that who believe in you, who always have faith in you, and who are waiting for you to high-five you and to pump their fist with you. Or is that what you want? Is that what you're running for? And is that the image you have, and that encourages you to keep on going? So let me ask you a question, my friend. What motivates you? And if we're talking about the thing that we want in life, what do you want in life, and what motivates you? What makes you want to have those things? Hello, 89321. Thank you very much for joining. So the question is, what holding you back? And that's why I keep on saying to on my scope as well to my clients all the time. When you want something, the desire in you, it have to be big. You have to turn that into the magnificent obsession. Something that you want is so much you want more than everything and anything else. And then you have to write it down, and you have to remind yourself daily, because that have to be in front of your face every day, and that to motivate you, to keep you going. Because let's face it, we have our time up and down and everything. Someday we feel like we couldn't get up fast enough to go on and to do the stuff for us to move forward toward our goals. But sometimes at the day, it's just like we have to drag our feet, and we just feel like we don't have any energy to really go after it. But that is one thing that you need to remind yourself. And what make you want to go to there? What make you want to reach that destination? At one time, something motivates you. So you have to remind yourself what motivating you. And you have to really thinking about that. And every morning, you have to wake up and remind yourself and be committed to the vision, the thing that you want in life. Because that's how we get to where we needed to. Because if we just keep on going to do what we normally do, then we just get what we always get. Because if we want something extraordinary, we're supposed to put in our sweat, tears, and in order for us to get where we need to go. Because in order for us to get something extraordinary, we have to do something extraordinary. When people are talking about dream the impossible dream, yes, because when you accomplish something that impossible, that have first come into your mind, it have to dream. You have to dream the impossible dream. Just like yesterday, I put on the Facebook, I said that don't dream your life, live your dreams. And have you lived your dreams? Have you just have enough motivation, factors that to keep you going and to make you just like couldn't wait to get up the next morning and to go to it and to get to do the thing you do and to get to the destination that you intended to. So when I ask you a question, let me tell you, I also have I have multiple factors that is motivating me. For instance, when I first came to America and got into the airport, O'Hare Airport in Chicago, didn't speak any English, and the airport full of people, but nobody, they seem to be so busy, they go places, and then we didn't understand any English. We're not even able to asking people who were waiting for us and where, and and that we felt so lost at that point. And that the motivator factor for me to learn to speak English, because never again I will put myself in that predicament. Never again I will let myself in the position that I have mouth but I cannot speak. I have thought I cannot express, and I have fear, but I do not know how to find a solution to really taking care of that fear. Because see, the fear that I have at that moment, because the fear of unknown, the one that I just get into the new country with a lot of hope, with so much promise in the future, and I was there, didn't speak any English, didn't understand, and and what more that I don't, now I know American, they are the most beautiful, the most generous people that I ever known. But at the one point, they not even look into my eyes. They cannot even stop and asking, or just stop for a moment for us to ask ask them the direction or something. I don't know if they even stop. They ask if I able to answer the question, but at that moment I felt so so lost, and I was paralyzed by fear, the fear of the unknown, fear of abandonment, and that is one of the factors that motivate me. I didn't speak any English. I came to this country. I took English as second language. It took me 10 years to get my bachelor degree, and just because my children depend on me. My children depend on me to counsel them, to guide them, to protect them. So that what else can I do? I need to go out there to learn, to understand, because of those people, those young people look at me and counting on me to protect them. And that's what motivates me to, to really say that, hey, I need to learn to speak English. I need to learn how to, the American culture, in order for me to guide my children and to protect them. Because it's just like, even though America, with a lot of tall, beautiful buildings, with all the people, walking around. But to us, it is just like a jungle. It's because it's just like we're so lost. We don't know a thing. We don't know. And then even when I came, my sponsor come to get us. And then even after that, a few months or a year later, and I was about to miss so much. When I'm stopped by and I'm asking you, I said, Miriam, how are you? When I'm asking you that question, I want to hear you. I see you, I want to hear you. And I want to hear you say, hi, I'm okay. And you? And then I will be more than happy. I said, yes, I'm okay. Thank you so very much for asking. Or, I will, have a smile on, just greeting Ashland. And I say, hello, Ashland. But I'm not even able to say that. And, and I said to myself, I said, how can people keep on asking me, how are you? And they just say, how are you? And they walk away. They not even care if I drop dead. They not even know that if I'm desperately need them to say hello, and then for me to know that I in some connect with them. But again, see, that's the American culture. That's the culture that I learned to understand. That's a part of the conversation, a part of, their greeting. Sometimes they just say, hello, how are you? Because that's a part of their speech. But now I understand the culture, and I'm pretty okay with that. But in the past, it would just hurt me, because I just say, how can people so cruel? They asking you, and they not even stop and to see how you're doing. And that motivate me to go to school, to take English as second language, and to get my degree at the University of Illinois. And then another thing, what motivates me to nurture and to care for